Hi, everyone. It is me, Xena, the fighter elderling, or Xena Pappas, or Xena Vinfipolis. I have sundriest nicknames, and today it's not going to be anything good that I'm going to talk about. Today it's going to be a rant, or bitching. Now it's going to be on Vincent Kennedy McMahon. And yes, a lot of folks have already ranted and bitched about Vince McMahon over the years, either over his way that he ran his wrestling business from between 82 YL till 2023 YL, the way he did his booking and writing, the way he did show running, his dealings and handlings of sundry hirelings and wrestlers and play-by cars over the years. But this goes beyond that. This really goes into someone who I guess they just love being sinful and unlawful. So there was this woman, and I'm not going to say her name. You know, she's already had her name out there sundress times already. But there was this woman who happened to be living in the same a house that he lived in, and one day we'll call it the house overseer happened to have her meet with Vince and felt that Vince could help her out. And at first, everything seemed to be great. Vince was talking about how his upraising was, all the things that happened to him, and at first, she thought that he was an all right man because he was going to give her work in WWE and whatever. Well, unknown to her, Vince McMahon took the upper hand on her and did a lot of, well, we're just going to say a lot of sinful and unlawful things to her. Things that that is sinful and unlawful and be evil and wicked. And it wasn't only Vince McMahon who was guilty of this. Well, we all know that Johnny Ace was also guilty of the same behaviors and the same deeds. And who knows who else was, answerable for this. Now, some folks might wonder, why did he choose to start doing all this? What made him think that this was going to be cool? I don't know. We already heard sagas and tales about Vince McMahon going around and not upholding his wedlock oaths and doing sundry things with women and then yielding them off with gold. So we already knew about that. But why he thought that this wouldn't come out, or why he thought this isn't a big deal. Now, whatever ONLOOK that I may have had for Vince McMahon, I no longer have any more ONLOOK for him. Yes, he's done a lot of things for the skilled wrestling business, but he's also done a lot of things not so good. And at the end of the day, he besmirched his own name. He brought shame upon himself and also upon his kin. I don't know how Shane and Stephanie, I don't know how Shane and Melissa handle it. I don't know how Stephanie and Paul are handling it. And I don't know how Linda's handling it. He brought so much shame upon his kin, it's not even funny. It's sad. In the past, folks thought he was, in the past, there was always something. And I know a lot of folks out there will say that, oh, well, this is the end to WWE. WWE can't come back from it. Well, WWE's going to do very well. Yes, there's going to be a lot of folks that will somehow boycott WWE or choose not to watch it anymore. That's their own business. There's going to be folks out there that think that this is the death knell for WWE and 71 years and that's it. No, I think WWE is going to do very well. Now, Vince McMahon didn't notice, but I guess either he did or did not notice, is that once he sold WWE, he was no longer shielded anymore. He could no longer get away with the things he could once get away. Well, he couldn't really get away with those shit back in the day either. But when he was the former owner and the former stockholder of WWE, he was a lot of shielding. But you see, nowadays, he doesn't got that same shielding anymore. When he sold WWE over to the folks of Endeavor or Endeavor Group's Holdings or Undertaking, Team Holdings to Ariel Now and Patrick Whitesell, he no longer had the same, he no longer was the main owner and the main stockholder anymore. So he could be fired, and he was. He was fired on the 26th of this month. He was fired from Endeavor, fired from the TKO arm. They also went through to start also letting everybody know all the lawful things to say he's no longer has any ownership. He no longer see any day-to-day runnings of anything. Now, he might think to himself that, he might think he's going to come back from it. But you see, he can't bully his way back in. He no longer owns it anymore. So how he bullied himself back into WWE early last year, he can't do that now. So now he's no longer in Endeavor, Tico, whatever. Now some folks are frightened. They think that he might do something to bring WWE down. Well, he's done a lot of sinful, unlawful things over his 78 years, and the WWE could have been brought down sundriest times if it wasn't unlawful drug selling and other wrestlers and hirelings doing other sinful and unlawful things to each other. Yeah, there was a lot of shit that could have brought WWE down that 71 years ago. But you see, now he can't do anything to anyone. Oh, he can law work, folks. Yeah, he's good at law working, folks. But I don't think he's going to win it. And even if he does win it, he's done. Ariel Now and Patrick Whitesell and Mark Shapiro will not let him back. He's over. He's done. This is the last time. No one's going to ever hear or see him ever again, either in WWE or UFC or any of the other sundriest teams or arms that Endeavor owns and runs. Now, I know someone out there might think, oh, well, Dixie Carter did a lot of shit. Yeah, but Dixie Carter never ever did. But Dixie Carter never ever did the same kind of shit that Vince McMahon did to get himself fired. If Dixie Carter would have been doing the same things that Vince McMahon was doing and it came out, yeah, Leonardo Aber would have had her fired. So Dixie Carter's a little more wiser than Vince McMahon. But anyway, at the end of the day, it is what it is, And I know someone out there might say, oh, well, I can't. Someone out there might say, does that mean you should boycott WWE? Does that mean you should be done with it? If you want to boycott WWE and be done with it, that's your own business, There's no right or wrong thing here. But at the end of the day, that woman that Vincent McMahon took the upper hand on, and many other folks, I guess, took the upper hand on, I feel sorry for her. And I hope that she can get some help, and help her. But she's going to always be living with all the things that happened to her and all the things that were done to her. That doesn't go away, even with the greatest of healing or, mind healers or whatever. That never goes away, no need how much work you go into, no need how much help you get. So I truly feel sorry for her, and it's kind of sad that, that this all happened. So anyway, if you like this film, then follow me over here at Xena Melinda Pappas. Watch the other film I made yesterday over here. That I made, I think, on Sunday. playlist and share this film. Hit that ringer when you are following us, so it'll be known when the next upload, live stream, or short has been uploaded. I, Xena Melinda Pappas, or Xena Vinfipolis, or Xena Fighter Elderling, and I'll see you later. Goodbye. Farewell.